Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Here, here we are, Krista and myself, Melinda Pearson. I think all you know us. I'm going to say that for the recording because we're expecting that this might go to some of our sister sales directors, maybe the Kittrells, um, future area. So, Melinda Pearson, been building my business now for 27 years. Crazy to think about that, right? Krista, you should introduce yourself. We didn't
Yeah,
talk about that. We were going to do that.
right. No, we didn't, but that's okay. I'm Krista Cuning, and I am Melinda's sister. So we are the sister duo, and I've been building my business for 25 years, loving every minute of it, and so glad that you're taking the time to grow yourself, grow your business, and level up. Let's all level up.
Level up. That's the time. Because, Mary Kay is perfect. It's perfect for the time. And they are just right along with us. So what we're talking about today, this little training is going to be on working virtually and some of the things that we've found and that I specifically have encountered this last month as I chose to really dig in and do several parties so that we could have an idea. I could have an idea of what exactly it takes. And then when I got the company's director's memo on October 1st, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, we just got to get this all out there because this is what consultants, they need to know this. This is what they need to be doing. Even if they were just sleeping beauties. Those of you that are personal shoppers or maybe just doing a little, or maybe you've been in the business for 20 years and you're like, how would I ever get it going again? You absolutely can. Right now is the time. So on that director's memo, what Mary Kay kicked off was a 1 million party goal for the month of October to have 1 million parties in North America, actually in the US, right? I don't think it includes Canada. I think
Nope,
it's
I
just
think
US.
it's just US.
Yeah, 1 million parties. So I think we should be a big part of that, right? And along with that, they kicked off double credit. Now, double credit, my friends, is huge for any of you that have goals that are thinking, I'd love to have one of these diamond rings that's over here behind me. See that up here? Yep, see it?
Yep.
Double credit every dollar retail that you order. So when you spend $1, it's $2 retail, right? Counts as four towards your goals. And for the unit, so maybe you're thinking, that's just great, Melinda, but I'm not going to pick up and do that much. But it counts for the unit goals too. I know, and Krista feels the same. We want to max it out. We want to max out double credit, and that's at 20,000 wholesale. And there's not any reason why I don't believe that we could make that happen. So we are going to encourage you to plug in. So hopefully you'll watch this training and hopefully you'll see just how simple it is to jump in, max it out, party already with us, doing posting parties. So you could do Zoom parties, because we're working virtually, right? So you could do Zoom parties. You could send out samples to everyone. You could do your little packets. I'm going to talk about these in a minute. And you could send out samples to everybody and get them on live. You could do Facebook Live. You could do Messenger rooms. You can do, Google has rooms now. You can do stuff on WhatsApp. You can do, there's so many venues that you could really utilize if you wanted to. But the posting parties, I just feel like are super simple for any of you that just want to be low key. You're confident. You're not like, oh, what do I know? How do I know? So last month, the end of August, first part of September, we had been working on some parties. Krista's been doing virtual parties for the last 2 years, posting parties on Facebook. But we put together a couple of templates for 2 different parties: Shake Up Your Makeup and Love Your Skin. So when I put those all together, I decided I needed to use them, not just throw them out there and tell you to use them. Let's see how that works. So I went. Sorry, my hair is like in my face, and I can't figure out which side it is on.
This doesn't have mirror. Our streaming feature today doesn't have
I've
mirror.
got this little hair that's like, yeah, right, and tickling my nose. All right, so I knew that it was going to be important to utilize it. So I did have 8 parties in the month of September utilizing these templates. Well, one of them was a live party, so a Zoom live, but the rest of them were all using these templates. So I have already tweaked them. I've got a revision. I was going to say rendition. I've got a, it's kind of a rendition. I've got a revision that's going to go up that'll switch out the other one. So if you copied and saved that into a file that you have, you're going to want to replace that because the new one is a little more effective. I've learned a lot of things through the feedback that I've gotten from my hostesses and from their guests. All right. So what I wanted to do today was kind of walk you through how you use some of that stuff, how you are going to go about doing that, copy and paste and put it into a group. Of course, what Kristen and I are also going to do this month is we are going to do some block parties. Don't you love that?
I
think
can't
that
wait for
sounds
that.
so fun. We're going to do some block parties. Well, we'll all have hostesses and have them invite their people on, and we'll do lots of fun free products that we'll do. We'll probably go live on there a little bit, but it will primarily be a posting party that they can interact and have some fun with. So watch, stay tuned for that. And then, of course, there's always our Tuesday nights, Bedtime Beauties at 8 o'clock that you can invite hostesses onto that, where they invite your guest and your hostess, and she has a couple of friends with or without samples. We teach that. And then Thursday nights, we do have G&I that you can invite people on to those. But the block party is going to be specifically for having hostesses, and we're going to have, a high hostess on that sale or on that party. So we'll be giving away lots of different things for those people that participate in that. But let's talk about kind of how, some of the specifics and what you want to watch for. Back in June, Karen Lanowette, a James area consultant. She's in the Jeannie Navarcall area. She's masterful at selling product. She did a training for Super Surge Saturday that's out there if you'd like to go back and watch that. She's got great tips. She's got a great Facebook group that you can join if you want to utilize all her resources. Well, I listened to that and I thought, and then I saw all her stuff and I thought, I want this to be simpler. For me, I wanted to just have my template together and I wanted to be able to give that to you so that you could just go get the script, get the picture, copy, paste. And I'll show you that here in just a second. I don't want you to have to weed through a bunch of stuff. Now, of course, you can make it your own. You could switch it all up. You won't hurt my feelings if you don't use any of it. Well, you might if you don't at least try. But sincerely, if you want to do your own, because I do know that there is a lot of benefits in the authenticity of you, of bringing your personality into it. So doing some different things that you love, the things that you love. So that might be different than the things that I love. Anyway, but one of the things that she did share with us is the way that she's gotten leads, because she's been doing this for the last year. She went through her Facebook friends and she said, we've got all these friends on there that, we may or may not talk to. So she went through and kind of looked at the friends and kind of qualified them. And she was looking for who of her friends had more than 300 friends. And who of her friends are really active on Facebook. Now, you might have some friends in your group of friends, everybody that you have as friends on Facebook that you don't see, but they're super active on Facebook because Facebook controls the algorithm. So you might just have to just dig into your friend group a little bit, go through, see who catches your eye, click on her, look at her feed, see what she's been doing, what her activity is, how many friends does she have, and then reach out to her and ask her. Just say, hey, I'm looking for some friends that would host a party for me, would help me with my training, would help me learn how to do this. I want to work virtually. Or Mary Kay's got a promotion for us this month to have 1 million parties. I want to at least do one. Would you host it for me? It's just going to be a posting party. All you have to do is invite your friends to a group and comment. You're on Facebook anyway. And we can give you those scripts too. I'd be happy to type that out so that you'd have it that you can text out to her or you can message her. I have found, though, that that's pretty true to be, is when they've got that many friends, that means they've got enough that they can invite to the party. And they also, if they're interacting, if they're active on Facebook, they'll be more active in their party. And a party will be way more successful when the hostess is active. All
I
right.
agree.
So
100%.
yeah, out of those 8 parties I had, the very first one I had, the hostess didn't comment at all. In fact, we were to the end of it when I finally said, "Are you okay? Like you haven't done anything." I mean, I didn't say you haven't done anything, but I said, "Are you okay? Because I've noticed you haven't been on there, and it really does make a difference." So then she got on and commented on the last couple of posts, but the party was a zero party. I mean, even though I actually did some Facebook lives in there and, to tell how I knew her. And, so it is important to have that interaction that the hostesses are excited. You're talking about what they love. They're talking about, even if they've never even tried Mary Kay, that's okay. It's just talking about the things that are important to them. So that's a key thing is if you can go through is wait, like, who would I ask to be a hostess? That's one of the ways. The other way would be to think about anybody that's been buying from you. So those of you that are our sleeping beauties that are just servicing a few little friends. And when I say sleeping, that means I know at any time you could wake up and you could be great. You could be the next Cadillac sales director. I honestly believe that anybody can do it that has the desire and is willing to go after it. Right? That's how Mary Kay was set up. We had a whole call this morning talking about our group, our area, the James area, and the things that's kind of makes us unique. And one of those is our authentic selves, our ability to connect, but to be who we are. And I kind of lost my thought there. Running our strengths,
Yeah.
right? Is that where I was going?
Yep, that was, I'll bring our gifts and talents to the table that we all have different, and we celebrate those and we reach out to those who maybe do things differently than you do, because rounding out the possibilities is something that makes us all powerful together.
Right. So in your business, utilizing your skills is what God gave you, that how you're going to be successful. So, okay. So back to this working virtually. So you're going to look at the numbers, and then let me show you I need a screen share. I'm going to show you how it works to set up a group. Okay. I'm going to get over here. It's always a little different than Zoom. I got to go find it. Okay. So we're going to start with here. Okay, so this is I can't see myself, Krista. Is that on there now, though?
Yep, I got it on there. Yep.
Okay, that's kind of crazy that I can't see myself.
I think if you go back and click on yourself, it should.
There. I can't, now that I can see that, but then I can't move the thing. So I guess I gotta stay where I was.
Okay. We can see you. You still look great. There you go.
Okay. All right. So this is my Mary Kay page, and I would recommend that you do it from your business page, that you create your groups from in here. And all you have to do to create a group is you go right here to the More tab, click on that, go down to Group, and then you would create a linked group. Okay. Now, one of the things that happens when you create a group is you can't get rid of groups. You can only leave the group. So I'm not going to actually create a new one right now. All you would do is click on this. Actually, I'll click on it to show you. And then you would put the group name in here. You choose your privacy, which I always have it to be private, so that it's just your people that are there. Okay. So I'm going to come down here to this group that I made yesterday. So our Rising Stars Believer. So this is just my group for this. And when you get in here, then you can put a picture in there. Oh, is it not going to let me do this? Well, I added the picture. There's a place there you can
I don't see an edit. You'd have to edit that picture.
Yeah, it's not giving me that option right now. But okay, so we're gonna so I'm on here as the person that's the facilitator, Mary Kay, independent business owner. And I actually must be as myself right now because it's giving me the join group thing. Let's see, interacting as your profile. Okay, so I need to join this group. This is the piece that you need to know. When you make a group in your business page, you'd be this person. All right. But you need to join the group as yourself so that you can invite your friends. I need to be in there for both of them, actually. Oh, here, okay. So join group. Okay. All right, that's why it didn't give me the edit screen, Krista, because I was
Oh,
on
yeah.
I was on myself, so I couldn't do it.
Uh-huh.
So okay, so that's the tricky part, ladies, is you gotta knowing which you're acting as, and I've got the same picture for both profiles, so that makes it a little confusing for me. But so since I joined the group as myself now, I can go in and I could go in and invite. Let's see. I think. Yeah. All right. So new to the group. So I must be still as my person. So then you can come down here. Nope, I am okay. All right. Sorry. It's a little confusing. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to go back to myself here. Okay. Or back to my business page under members. See, here's your members. And then you come down here and you make yourself a moderator. Okay. So now that I'm a moderator, then I will be able to invite my guests. Let's see if it did it fast enough for me. Let's go back here. I must have to go out here. I must have to go over here and accept it.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Okay, so see now it made me, I'm a member there. So now I think I can invite. And well, so see no here, just right. If I'm interacting as my business page, then it only lets me invite people that are fans of my page. So sometimes my host isn't a fan of my page yet. So I don't want to do that. I need it to be me. So now it's going to let me invite. Something isn't working. It hasn't transferred over. I'm going to have to go out and come back in. Okay, so I might not be able to do that.
You want me to remove the screen share and then you can?
Well, yeah, I think hopefully that just makes sense. Is that okay? Do you think that
I do think
is
so.
that
I think
enough?
that
Because once you're interacting as yourself, then the invite key, once it's recognized you, which you might have to close out and come back into your Facebook, so it resets it. Then this invite key will give you, oh, there it is.
So then you should be able
I
to
just needed to catch up. So now I'm gonna invite Krista. It pops up with Krista, and then then I can send her an invite. So she's would be my hostess, and then Krista can invite all of her guests to the party. They don't have to be my friends to be invited. That is one of the benefits of having it be on your in a group, okay? Because you don't want to have to friend all of your hostess's friends. Will be nice, but they probably won't friend us because they don't know us. I get it.
Right.
Okay, so then let's show how we do our first post. So I'm going to do a first post. So what you do is you click on the photo here, and that brings me up to the photos, which remember, you're going to have this template. So you'll be able to go grab the post. And right now they say pre-party post, but I'm going to change this to say instruction post. Okay, for the first post that they put up. And the first post that I put in my group is going to be this beauty lovers, calling all beauty lovers, because that's going to be my post to have my hostess start inviting. So I got that. And then I'm going to go up here to my Shake Up Your Makeup party post. And I'm going to just copy and paste this.
We can't see that, but we can see the beauty lovers up there now.
Oh, you can't. Oh, it didn't take you to my next thing?
Oh,
shoot. Okay. Darn.
Yeah.
All right.
We can see the group, Facebook group that we're in, but that's it. We can't see any of your other windows that are opening.
Okay. So darn. Okay. So let me stop the share. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start share again because I want you to see the template. All right. That would have been the bonus to do it on Zoom because I could have toggled between the screens, but that's okay. Okay. So
we have somebody watching too, so they can say hello.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
Maybe so, Quacker, but
no, he's sleeping.
Oh.
Okay. So then I'm going to share because I want you to see the template. So here's this. One more second. All right. So here's the template of all the posts. Okay. And this is going to change. I'm going to say change this to say instruction post 1. All right. And you would just copy it, right? So you right click and say copy. So I've got that copied. All right. Now I'm going to stop screen share. Let's see if this works. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to share the screen one more time. Let's see if I can go back into my Facebook. Okay. Okay. So here I'm back here. And I'm going to just click on the tab and I'm going to say paste. And there it's there. And you just have to put your hostess's name in here. So I'm going to put Krista's name in here. If Krista hasn't joined the group, it wouldn't light up yet, I don't think.
Do you want me to?
No, it does. It came up. I don't know why, but I guess, but anyway, so I would just put her name in there. Can you get
Because
excited?
we're friends in every way we can be friends,
Right.
to be honest.
Right. So sometimes I've found maybe it's when they're, I don't know. Sometimes
mine hasn't always highlighted. I try to, but so far my hostesses have been seeing it and then they comment or they like it. So then
right,
they're in the process of inviting.
So then that way, let's get to inviting your friends, and I would just hit post and it would go into the party. So now when she'd go out, then her people would see that, and then I would schedule for the night all of those posts. Okay. Krista, did you feel like that was all made sense? Okay.
It did. I do think so. And I do know that this is one time, I mean, we say it so many times with our business that action brings confidence and allows you to figure out how to do it. This is one time where you can watch it, but until you do it, then you'll be like, oh yeah, she said that. So then I need to go back and do that again. It makes a difference because, the few times now that I've done it, it's like, then it starts to click along and you remember each thing. But we're always here for you to reach out if you have a quick question along those lines. So,
because it gets confusing. It's like, and switching back and forth between, and I had multiple parties going at the same time. So it's like, oh my gosh.
And then there's upgrades. So there's updates all the time to systems and phones and that. So you just have to sometimes take a deep breath and try again.
Right. So that was our desire today, is to be able to put this in a video form so that you have a visual if that's the way you learn, because some of us learn visually by watching. Some of us are auditory. We learn by listening. And some of us are kinesthetic learners, meaning we actually have to do it at the same time. So that's the great thing again about Mary Kay. Mary Kay understood that. And so it's all out there for us. So that's how you put that party together. We talked about using the template, talked about the numbers. If you create your own posts, I have found that if the posts are kept a little shorter, they're more apt to read them and engage. So your engagement posts and all that. But some of the posts you're going to see are long. There's just no way really to cut them down. If you did, you'd have that many more parties, particularly on the Love Your Skin party. If you broke down every skincare set, I suppose you could, but we broke down that party to have all of the skincare sets, and then like on the first day, and then breaking it into cleansing, moisturizing, exfoliating. So the different pieces and parts of why you do.
The top 5 reasons for great skin.
So that what your skin needs to have it in a good skincare regimen. So you fall in love with your skin. So some of those are longer, but I will tell you again that if you have shorter ones, sometimes those longer ones, a lot of women will skip through and think, oh, I'll come back and read that later. Whether or not they do, I don't know. There is a post at the beginning that says turn your notifications on. That would be a great thing to encourage your hostess to reach out and reiterate with her guests to say, hey, you're going to want to turn your notifications on so you don't miss a post. That way that gets done. Okay. The other thing I probably should have showed you when we were screen sharing is where you find your messages. So should I go back and do that real quick?
I think so, because that is a factor. I have gotten some notifications within my feed, but not always.
Yeah. Sometimes they're in there. I think if you've established that connection with them, but if they're new, I don't think they are in there.
Right.
So, okay, so I'm going to go back and screen share. We're going to go back to my Facebook. Okay, so you have to go to your page and you have to go over here to inbox. So good. I do have a message in here. See where that says down here on the on the left hand side?
Yes.
Inbox. So that's where you want to look, because it's not, I have not found anywhere else to turn that notification on. In fact, on my telephone, I can't turn it on there either. Once you get it going, then like I said, then it will show up here in your notifications. See, I've got this notifier right here that's telling me that Stephanie left me a message, which that's what that message is going to
You'll
be.
look for that orange flag.
Uh-huh.
Or orange dot with the white flag in it.
Yeah. Okay. So I did that. I don't know if I'll be able to get back. I want to forget that when we get done tonight. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, come back over here. All right. So on your telephone, let's see. Once you let's see if you'll be able to see this on the screen. Okay, so here's my screen. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you see up here my little picture right here. So I'm going to hit my picture. This might be different on an Android. But then if you come down here to see where it says switch account, then I can switch my account and I can take it to one of my other pages. So either myself or my business pages. When you get a party started, you absolutely have to check that on the first couple of days to make sure you're not missing messages. I found that out the hard way. My first two parties, I had messages that they messaged me on the first couple of days and I didn't see them until the party was almost closing. So it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. But they knew. I mean, I had booked these parties, my very first ones. I booked specifically with the hostess to help me train, because I said, I put this template together. I want to be able to train my consultants on it. I need to see if it will work. Will you have a few of your friends together and see if they can help me? And I want you to know that the one party I did that with, I booked her on a Saturday. She started the party on Sunday, and it was a $650 party to help me with training. That's fun.
That's very
And her
fun.
sister booked a party, and that's the party one of the parties I've got going, and her party's over 300 and it's not closed yet. So from that one call, I have over $1,000 in sales. And they're not local. Her sister's in Omaha, but she is in Atlanta. So, you can work anywhere in the country right now, because we don't have to be local. You can do this. You can do this. Okay, so that's where your messages are. I felt like that was really important. Follow up is the key. All right, you really want to follow up with your guests. I didn't talk about these little packets to mail out. So when they start, one of the first posts is that they get a gift if they register with you, which means they message you. And the reason why you're asking them to do that is so you have that connection with them. So you start seeing their messages, and you have that connection going back and forth. So they get a gift for doing that. So you really want to hone in on that. You want you want to ask your hostess to encourage them to do that. What the little gift is, there's this little sheet, a little information sheet, and then it's just simply their skincare. My light isn't liking that. Okay. And as per Karen's great training, I have purple envelopes for combo to oily. I have pink envelopes for normal to dry. So you can have those all set up and ready to go. If you just do, if you just send just the skincare and your little note and your business card, it goes for a first class stamp. Bonus. So then you can follow up and you can say, what did they think about the skincare on the second or third day before your party closes? So follow up is the key. I know I'm getting I wanted to keep this to a half hour, but it's going to be a little longer than that. I'm going to show you one more screen share. I'm going to show you my opinion poll, the party poll. Okay. So this is another thing that I would encourage you to do. And I can walk you through how to do this. That'll be another training. But having this opinion poll that you can post at the end, which then they can give you some feedback on. Really, you're just looking for another way to engage with them. It's your closing questions. Just exactly what you would have done if you were at a skincare class, right? What do we do? We show the products, we tell our story, we talk about how Mary Kay is, the amazing things, the things that we've gotten out of, why they want to buy Mary Kay, why, what happens when they wash your face with Mary Kay. And then we want to close them. We want to help them, bring them to a decision. We want to ask them, how did their face feel? What did they think about tonight? Did they, with it being a posting party, we just asked a few more questions. What did you think? Did you think it was too long or too short, too much? Anything annoying I asked on there. I want to know. I haven't had anybody say anything was annoying. So, but they might, actually that's not true. One of them said, she thought my posts, they were too long, but really what she meant is some of the posts were too long, not that the party was too long. I was like, oh, but I followed up on that because I'm like, okay, well, tell me, what are you thinking with that? So, like I said, I can walk you through that. But the thing actually, I think what you do want to send in here is well, I got to think through that. If you're doing a Zoom party and you're doing samples and you're walking them through it, there's a closing sheet for sure that you want to go in this. Probably we want to have it going here too, but I don't know if that will change the postage rate. So I need to do that before I tell you that. Okay, so follow up. And then the last thing, and then we'll call it a training for today, is before your party starts, you do want to go on your website and you want to shut off Easy Ship and guest checkout. And the reason for that is because if you offer any kind of packages or, like they get a half price item for something, or if they buy a Cadillac collection and they get the bag free or whatever, you don't want to have to go back and refund them something. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because if they do Easy Ship or guest checkout, it's processed, it's done. The credit card has been charged. But if those are shut off, then you'll get the notifier that will say you have a website order, and then you can change it and you can add to it. So like my hostess or my winner who had the most points, I put her free gift on her order. So it didn't cost me double shipping to get it to her. Right. Okay. So, and shipping right now is $3.50 for Mary Kay. We cannot ship it ourselves for that cheap. So unless you've got someone that's local and that you want her to have it the next day, use Mary Kay's customer delivery service. Hands down. I had one customer that I wanted her to have it the next day. So I shipped it from my house, and it cost me more money in shipping than it would have if I would have sent it from Mary Kay. But I wanted her to have it faster than I thought she could have got it from them. So, okay. I think that's it.
I think so. I think that covers everything.
Got everything? So we just want to encourage you to work virtually, to dig in, to jump in. Just like Krista said, you got to just try it. Try it so you can simply fly. Yeah, it's simple, simplify. We're trying to simplify so you can simply fly. I think that's what I really wanted to say. So watch for the links. We will have one other party in there, and that's going to be a holiday party, and that will be a 1-hour party. Oh, thank you. That was the last thing I needed to say is I feel like Kieran also had a great idea when she said to run the party from Sunday to Friday. I think that's really the best idea because Friday's a natural end. It's your end of your week. It's easy to say, hey, Friday's coming. It's Friday. My parties that I've had Wednesday to Sunday have ended up going Wednesday to the next Friday because they're like, oh, it's already closing. I think because of the days of the week. So I think if we started it on a Sunday where your guests could invite, and then you did posts on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're winding it down, and then Friday you can close it out. So Saturday it's done. So, and I didn't talk about tracking, but I've got tracking sheets that we'll put up that you can do too. So because you want to
track. Link tree, right?
Yeah, I think we can put the tracking sheets in there too. So all that, the little script thing can be in there too. So all of those resources are there. So all you have to do is click on it and use it. And we'll attach that to our Facebook page, unit pages as well. So, okay. Happy Monday. Right. go out and let's level up. Let's do it.
Yes. Level up.
Purchase. Thanks for listening.
Yes. Have a great night.
Bye bye.